Yeah, man, today I'll be reacting to another FLEEKAZOID video, and this one is kind of an old one. This one is the Kerbal Space Program review featuring martincitopants, which I'm also reacting to from time to time. Maxor, which I've only reacted to one video. If you want me to react more, then comment which ones and subscribe maybe. I don't know. I really need subscribers, but and Fiverr Morgan Freeman, which I have never heard of before, but yeah, this is old FLEEKAZOID, so it's probably gonna be a bit different than the one we know now, maybe. But yeah, let's just see. Like, what I know about Kerbal Space Program is the first one was like, people really liked it, and it was like more or less like a spaceship building sim, from my knowledge. Like, I haven't played it myself, but the second one, it's like overwhelmingly negative on Steam. I think because it's abandoned because the devs were bought out or something like that. I don't know the specifics, so I just know that it was not well received, and it's still not well received. So yeah, let's just see what they have to say about Kerbal Space Program and what kind of stuff they're gonna build.
Kerbal.
Yeah.
Why did Kerbal ever dare to reach for the stars?
Oh, I can see why.
Was it for glory? Was it for science? No, it was to get that Kerbal. Fiverr Morgan Freeman out.
Kerbal Space Program is a pain and failure simulator that showed me just how stupid I really am. To put it simply, this game is all about building spaceship, flipping spaceship.
You can put the Millennium Falcon in here?
To put it simply, this game...
I know Fleek loves his mods, so I'm not surprised.
All about building spaceship, flipping spaceship, and crashing spaceship. Yet still, somehow Kerbal Space Program has managed to make failing a simple task for hours on end fun. It's one of the few games that I've played for this many hours, and at the end of it, still
how many hours?
Fun. It's one of the few games that I've played for this
152 hours, and I guess 188 hours total. Okay, I mean that's a lot.
Many hours, and at the end of it, still felt like I have no fucking clue how to play it. So just in case I'm not being absolutely clear, viewer discretion is advised.
Come on. This video features an incompetent fool playing a game he is something not qualified to play. I tried my best, but oh boy, am I the big dum-dum. Enjoy.
Because I do not, will not, and cannot play this game correctly. However, from this point onward, any shortcomings or lack of intelligence on my part will be vehemently refuted and blamed solely on the game. Let's get started by talking about my science last code of conduct.
That's a lot of rockets.
First off, I did not watch any tips videos and looked up the absolute minimum amount of things possible in order.
I feel like that's the best way to get into a game, right? It's like there's a lot of games nowadays where I don't know if it's like expected of you, but like they make it so that it like pushes you to see the wiki or something like that. I don't know how I feel about that, because I'm like, I really want to like for the first time playing, I really just want to just enjoy it and not have to deal with trying to min-max. I like everyone plays differently, right? But for me, I just want to play it as is, and then try and min-max stuff as I play it again. Like, depending on the game, right? But like, I don't know. There's just games nowadays that just not explicitly, but they just push you towards to check the wiki, to see strategies, to see the secrets, see where all the collectibles are, and see if there's any missables and stuff like that. But I could be totally wrong, and my experience is, I haven't played every single game nowadays, but Like from my experience, that's what it feels like.
In order to maintain that authentically masochistic experience. Secondly, I do not let Kerbals die. I probably should have, but I don't. Especially not Jebediah, Bob, or Bill. I mean, I've probably got 60 hours just in saving the Kerbals alone. But instead of time, let me tell you a quick story to prove my dedication. At around the 120th hour, I had stranded just about every Kerbal I had on the moon because I wanted to reduce my carbon footprint by making every mission a one-way trip. However, I ran into a bit of a moral dilemma. I mean, the ice is cool, and I like the penguins, but I'm all out of human sacrifice. I mean, Kerbals. So for 20 hours across 2 real days, staying up to ungodly hours, I was in a constant...
That's not... I mean, I still stay up around that time. It's a few hours before I sleep.
Loop of building, tweaking, flying, and failing to bring our boys home. Eventually having to cave into buying the DLC so that I can get those goated-based S-tier engines, only to then discover that all of them are in the final goddamn tier that I couldn't unlock because I was too broke. Yet still, in much due time, I prevailed. Finally landing on the moon at around 3 a.m., but only now, after 21 hours of losing my sanity, I discovered that I had put the single most durable piece of equipment over the hatches of every mobile processing science unit on the moon, entombing and trapping almost every Kerbal there. And if you try to break off the wheel, you're just gonna blow up the whole goddamn ship. Trust me, I tried. But our savior mission was pointless.
39 buried.
I guess this is it. Look at the stars, Shib. Look at the stars. My third principle is that I drive my ships off of feel. You won't catch me using the nav ball. I don't even believe that shit exists. I built this big, beautiful ship, and all I need is a map and my God-given senses. Sure, does this make orbiting about 70% guesswork and increase the time to get a good orbit by about an hour? I mean, yeah. But the point is...
0 foul.
How is that?
Increase the time to get a good orbit by about an hour? I mean, yeah.
1 hour and 45 minutes to get this, and I had to immediately restart because I forgot batteries to hold power for my mobile processing unit to farm and exploit research point, which was the whole reason for this mission. Wow. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's not just specific to Kerbal, right? You try and build like the best thing you can, only to find out that, oh, you forgot one little thing that is kind of important. Oh, it looks like you have to restart.
But the point is...
0 found.
Let's talk about building ships, planes, and hellish abominations. Starting with ships. In the beginning of the game, you just want to make sure that they can go up. Then the big question is, how do I get them to come down without violently exploding? My solution was finding ways to shoot the rocket even higher. Enter the invention of the cock rocket, given this name due to its striking resemblance with a giant...
Johnson. Yes, sir.
The cockets, for short, were not the biggest nor the most impressive, but at the end of the day, it's not the size, it's how you use it. And my usage is impeccable. I can't find a clever way to explain the remainder of the ships I've built, as they are unexplainable blobs of mismanaged funds. I mean, some of these ships single-handedly raising Kerbin's climate in just one launch. But luckily for Kerbin, their flight is cut short 25% of the time because it starts flipping its shit before it can even make it to leaving the atmosphere. Now let's talk about building planes. Planes are even more of a pain in the dick than spaceships because you have to align center of mass with thrusting direction with the lift thingy, which took me about 10 hours of plane building to figure out, by the way. Meaning that the first time I was trying to build a plane that could actually go up into the air and float around, I did it all off of looks and feel, trial and error and error, and it's error. Then another half hour of crashing and flipping that, and I had finally created what's technically known as a semi-functional plane, which
it kind of reminds me of that one Simpsons episode where he found out he has a long-lost relative, and where Homer finds out he has a long-lost relative, and Homer just builds a car based off his design, based off feeling, and it'll turn out to be really, really terrible.
Proceeded to fly for a real hour across the ocean just to complete one mission. Listen, my favorite thing to build, though, is neither plane nor spaceship, but ungodly creation.
Yeah, that was the best part about these games, right?
Allow me to walk you through a few of my favorites. First, there's the...
Like, that's what I liked about, like, the old school. Like, I'm not sure about you can do it now with Lego Racers, the more recent one, but back in the day, the Lego Racers for, what was it, Windows 95, Windows 98, the one back then, you could have built your race car as how wide, how skinny, how aerodynamic, how unaerodynamic you wanted, as long as it had like the cockpit in it. So yeah, like those kinds of games are really fun. Just unleash your creativity without I should say without any, but with minimal barriers, right?
AC-130 Kerbal smuggling car. This bad boy can fit 100 Kerbals and can fly exactly
Why is it so
0
laggy?
miles. The Lean Copter, another classic. People don't know the amount of impressive engineering that goes into making a helicopter this advanced. The Lean
That feeling you get when your best buddy puts his hand on your thigh.
The Simp Car, powered alone by the desperate hope that their queen will one day look their way. And of course, the Executioner. Sometimes the Kerbals get out of line, you get it. Sometimes they struggle to follow my very clear rules. For example, this Kerbal said that Morbius actually, get this, was actually a bad movie, and that it didn't get 200% on Rotten Tomato, a direct violation of Rule 35. Any last words, you filth?
I'll more be seeing you in hell.
It's the origin of a Marvel legend. You're gonna run.
I have not seen that
Now on
movie.
digital.
Now let's talk about the flying of these demonic vessels. You know, scratch that. Never mind. I wrote a whole lot about flying, but listen, you really shouldn't take any of my advice about flying. I wouldn't even poison your mind with my strategies on flying, although I guess I have a little bit. But now, landing. I'm the best there is at that shit. To start, landing a spaceship is a matter of bringing it to a complete balance. Not moving in one direction or the other, but mastering the art of stillness until you can gently land and accomplish whatever dumbass mission you're there to do. In contrast, landing planes is finger-licking fucky-wucky. Not only must you find a decent flat land to land at, which it's bold to assume that I even have fuel when I go to land, but you also have to slow down your plane to the exact right speed and manage your altitude just right. Then you need to suspend into the landing at just the right angle so that you don't faceplant into the goddamn dirt. Don't even get me started on the trees. No.
Oh yeah, the trees.
The goddamn trees are fake holograms deployed by the government to trick us into thinking that oxygen is real, that we only just live in a big simulation. Let me ask you this. You ever seen a baby tree? Boom! In your goddamn mind. Sometimes when flying your plane, you might just run out of fuel over the ocean. Hey, buddy, it happens all the time, especially when you never plan for a round trip. In this situation, you have two great options to keep your pilot and or, depending on your inclination, the passengers alive. Option 1, you can jump all/some life on board out of the plane and parachute or jetpack them safely into the water.
Wait. What was that?
Some life on board out of the plane and parachute.
Oh, it was okay.
Or jetpack
I was like,
them safely into the water. Just if you're using a jetpack, make sure you lose a proper amount of speed, or else you'll vaporize your pilot in one of the most lethal cannonballs of all time. Option 2, you realize you have no fuel and you're already hurling towards the water. What do? You crash that bitch, but you crash it in just a way that breaks only the peripheral compartments other than the cockpit and the passenger cabin. Option 3, this one doesn't involve land, and instead of telling you, let me just roll the tape.
Jesus Christ, does that sheep even fly? What's the delta V on that piece of garbage? If you had any more lean, you're gonna blind mission command. Why are the frames dropping?
I was wondering where they were gonna show up.
Group of most maidenless Kerbals. And by maidenless, I mean no hoes.
Oh, so like Max.
Maidenless Kerbals. I mean no
Where
hoes.
was Max?
No hoes.
Was Max
no
with
hoes,
martincitopants?
No hoes. Out. Maidenless Kerbals.
That was an experience. Yeah, I'm just trying to go try to react to like all of his older stuff and see like the gradual shift to the stuff he's making nowadays. Yeah, I mean, you can see hints of it there, right? But it's still not quite the same. Like, you understand? So, yeah. So that was interesting. That was very entertaining. Like, where was Max? Or like, what? It had to be it.
If you had any more lean, you're gonna blind mission command. Why are the frames dropping?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, because I've only seen one video. I only reacted to one video of Maxor, I believe, and so my frame of reference with him is not as like prevalent compared to like martincitopants. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.